Welcome back, MTG Joe here, and we made Mythic, played some Abundant Gruel. I'll share that list in the comments. I don't have a video of it, but if you're interested, I can share it. But we're going to play today some Standard and particularly Best of One. This is a list I found off of MTG Melee, the kind of third-party official tournament platform. This was a Japanese tournament, I believe, about 150 players. This list went 4-2. It's a pretty much mono black control Planeswalker style deck with some splashes of white and a very faint splash of red for Valky. So it's kind of, we've played similar ideas to this in the past where you use a bunch of removal, Solemn gets you into Ugin. What we have now is Professor Onyx, which is a card advantage spell. And I just want to play with this card more, so I'll find excuses. And it's also got a couple new cards to try out. Blot Out the Sky, just basically a big token creator. So it's kind of cool that way there to try it out. And then just a bunch of removal, Erebos' Intervention, Eliminate, Heartless Act, Vanishing Verse, just a flexible removal, Palaka Predation, land, but also discard that we can use in the Sultai Ultimatum matchup. Riders, we have 5 Sweepers, a Mauling, and Starheim at Leash, another way to make a lot of tokens. So you're going to win either with these Planeswalkers, Valky, or a bunch of tokens. So Maze Mind Tomes to round it out. And then nothing like crazy about the mana base. We have some Barons, some Pathways to allow us to have our Splash, and then some Trinomes as well. There is a sideboard. I'll post it in the list. But you're basically just getting like, for the Sultai matchup or control, you got a bunch of discard, Redain as well, Necromentia. So you can just kind of transform your way. We're kind of pre-boarded for more creature-based decks. So that's something that we're going to play. Like, Best of One tends to be more creature-focused. So these decks tend to do a bit better in that platform. So let's go Standard Ranked. Let's play some Mono Black Control. So as always, if you do enjoy the content here on the channel, if you can, drop a like, comment, and subscribe. They're all free and easy ways to help out the channel. I appreciate it if you can. It goes a long way. And we're going to queue up. We came into Mythic at 95%. So we'll play from here. I think this hand's fine. Solemns will get us there. We have removal on 2. We don't see Yorion either, so this hand's reasonable. So this is probably either the Aristocrats deck or the Sacrifice deck. I think we'll play this out first because I'd rather eliminate first and then save this. Shadow's Verdict will be good in this matchup. That's instant as well. So we'll just hold off. I want a Solemn next turn. Opponent's mana base. These Snarls, whatever they're called, are so bad. They'll also have a tough time beating Ugin. So I'm taking out this, although it gives them a card. We can block on the ground for the time being. Here I'll fetch probably our white source. So next turn I could Solemn and hold up Vanishing Verse if they do something like Bastion. Yeah, Bastion's the one card that we actually care about here. So I'm actually going to do this now just because they could have Plum and then they take advantage of it. I think we're just ramping here. So any land that comes in untapped, we can Ugin next turn, and we could just keep zeroing, controlling their board. We also have the removal here. This could be Village Rites based on their pause. If they had Village Rites, it made more sense to do a Bastion. Bit of a an issue. JK, LOL. -4. Solemns don't go anywhere. This might be a concede. So they can sack. Still -4. They don't really have haste out of their deck. And then all their tokens we can just keep zeroing if we want. So they can go like double pest summoning here. I just zero and invalidate their entire turn. This deals with pretty much everything out. Ooh, that's a decent one. So they can escape back Croxa here. Still think we do this. Taking them off this is reasonable. We're really just looking for some action now. The fact that these stick around with the Ugin plays really well. So I have some options here. I think we're just going to attack. If they want to double block on one, I'm fine with them doing so. We get to draw a card anyways. Because I want to get this plussed up to start exiling other things. This could be Plum the Forbidden. Because we just want to close out this game at this point. Hitting these pests aren't the best target, so they're Forbidden Friendships. This is part of the reason why. Might hit the Haster. Depends on what else they play out. They usually don't play Bone Crusher Giant. Sure. There's our win con. Kill this. Alright. Nice job there. It's a pretty good matchup for us. Probably going to do a shorter one on this one. Hopefully we don't run into like a Dimir control matchup. The one thing I may want in this deck is just a main board Cling to Dust. It's just something useful in like the Rogues matchup, and also in the Grindier matchups you can keep cycling it back over something like Maze Mind's Tome. Okay, they're on Zerda, so that's the Izzet combo deck with Experimental Overload. So the exile of the graveyard can be something. that. Basically, they used like experimental overload and I don't know. It was what's his name? One of the other streamers was playing it. It could be a couple versions. There's one that's like a fling style combo. Here I just want to hit my lands for. Can also just like Thoughtseize them, see what's going on. Magma Opus. So I want to hit a land next turn. Why did this show? I would have taken that. We want land here. Just not gonna draw land now. They got there. So they can thrill this turn. They can't really get to 5. They need like a lot of mana. I think we're okay with the Solemn this turn. It puts me up another land. Can try out just even doing this for 3, that puts 6 power on board. Draw 4 cards here. I don't know if they play sweepers. And I don't know how much mana they need for their combo. If we draw land, I'm just going to kill this. I think we still do it with Rider. And this lets me play this out next turn. Can also draw a card. I just want to keep as much instant speed removal, especially the cheaper stuff. This will insulate our life total, gaining us some life. They basically just like keep copying the Prismari command. Sure. Block of Predation's actually pretty good. We could steal something from their hand again. See what's going on up there. Okay, so they negate us. I think we're okay this turn doing this. You know what, I'm gonna play it safe this turn. Because then I could just do this for 2, 3, I can make 3 of these. This feels like a game where we can just get got, like, randomly. So we don't want to die holding removal in hand. Six cards. We can also eventually exile some of their cards in their graveyard. Exile twice X. They could Prismari here, but it doesn't really do much. Solemn's not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I'd rather this because this gets hit by Prismari. They might not have 3 damage. Solemn lets us get ahead on mana. Let's do this. This is less likely to get, because like this will die to Prismari command, which they've already shown. And I think I value the life gain. So basically they'll make a big creature. Shouldn't it target and then give us priority? This is multicolor. Just get the negate out of their hand. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Because they have this plus the double effect. So I think we do this. We gain the life. Puts us at 24. We'll play out a Solemn. And then what I can do is I could shrink it when they cast Teach by Example. Need to find a Nugan if possible. How does this read? So it's all... So we're going to block. Wouldn't mind like an eliminate. Extinction event. Shadow's Verdict works. We just need to keep this off the table. I'm actually going to do this because it's less mana. So I'm doing this just to shrink it down, so when they double up on the sack, it doesn't deal like a huge amount of damage to me. So we got that out. It's one out of the way. Already seen 2 overloads. These Vanishing Verse just in this particular matchup feel awful. Spike Field's just going to be Domus for 1. Fortunately, they don't really play creatures, so Shadow's Verdict, other than their tokens, doesn't do too much. They're digging. So I think we do this. And then just pass turn. This could be Prismari. I want to keep open mana. If they kill this in a way, we can draw a card. It's been a super interesting match. They have negate, so they can protect their combo. They got us. So we weren't really able to apply much pressure that game, and they just kind of did their thing. That was an interesting one, though. Like, I don't know how much more aggressive we could have been. We had that blot in the sky, and maybe we played that out earlier. I misjudged the sequencing. I thought they gave us priority when they targeted something in the graveyard. We would have a chance to react. Okay, so we go first here. I think we keep this. We need another black source, but seems reasonable in the dark. This gains us 2 life. Valky can look at their hand, steal a creature. Up against. So this looks like a game where this is the either Jeskai kind of control-y style, or I think we just do this. Become Bone Crusher here. They're showing Dispute, so I don't want to play a spell into them. And then we can just keep charging this Barons. Opponent is Triome Flooded. Might just solo them with this Bone Crusher. This could be a counter spell, could be a Glimpse. Gonna go the more expensive spell here. We draw Black Source, I can play this out. Same idea, play out the Murderous Rider if they play out Dragon. That's fine. We'll charge this up. So I also have Erebos Intervention. The problem is just like how our mana's situated. I don't have another black source. I think we just put him to 2 here. Nice. Alright, that was actually a pretty solid showing. We didn't get to try and blow out this guy or Professor Onyx, but we saw game 1, we were able to Onyx really quick, or Ugin really quickly. Game 2 was kind of a back and forth. The opponent just drew out of it. In this game, we just basically soloed them with a Valky. So let me know what you think of the deck. And as always, if you can, like, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching.